my guru, but employment income ni very long. I divided into 2 parts and today kita buat part 1 dulu. Alright, so for employment income, if you go back to topic 1, whereby I list down the different types of income yang kita akan calculate, we actually have number 1 is business income lah, section 4A. Tapi business income tu kita simpan dulu sebab dia quite different from individual income. So we started off with employment income lah, because this is related to individual. So business tu after we finish all other types of income, then kita buat business income. Alright, so here if you go back to topic 1, kita dah nampak ni section 4. Untuk section 4 Income Tax Act is income, chargeable income. So under section 4 we have section 4A, B, C, D, E until F. So I highlighted the red one here, which is gain or profit from employment. So A, gain or profits from business. So we skip this part, kita buat employment dulu. And then, okay, so this is section 4B under Income Tax Act 1967. So the focus of this topic is employment income lah. Alright, so this is the definition of employment income under section 2 of Income Tax Act 1967. Alright, the different types of employment income is under section 4B, but the definition is under section section 2. So the definition is a relationship, and there must be a relationship of master and servant subsist. Mesti ada master and servant. And there is an appointment or office for which remuneration is payable, which means if you have employer, the employer will pay you salary, then that will be considered as employment income. Control by employer, okay. Ownership of tools or asset by employer, contract of employment, salary and benefits are fixed, and there are also EPF contributions by both employer and also employee. Okay, itu kalau mesti ada relationship of master and servant lah. So if you have business or ada partner, itu bukan employment income lah. Okay. So derivation of employment income, how do we derive employment income under section 3 of the Act? So income must be derived from Malaysia. Okay. You perform the duty in Malaysia, like my case, saya kerja di Malaysia, saya mengajar di Malaysia, so my income is derived from Malaysia. So then yes, I have an employment income, or receive income in Malaysia from outside Malaysia. Let's say I perform my duty in Malaysia, saya mengajar di sini, but income ni saya dapat di sini, but income tu from, let's say, Indonesia. Let's say I am attached to one of universities in Indonesia contohnya. Okay, but the students are here. I conduct my lecture here. I receive the income here, tapi income tu datang from Indonesia. Contoh buat kelas online kan, but they pay me, they pay from Indonesia, but I perform my duty here. Itu pun dikira sebagai employment income. Or derive income from Malaysia, perform duty outside Malaysia. Saya kena pergi attachment dekat Australia contohnya, one of the universities, so I have to go work there. Saya kena perform duty saya outside Malaysia, I have to go give lecture outside Malaysia. Tapi income saya kerajaan Malaysia yang bayar. So because dikira I am seconded to overseas, also considered as employment income and subject to tax in Malaysia. Okay, boleh faham sebab tu saya letak dua kotak dekat sini the different types of income and kat mana saya perform duties. The rest other than this tak dikira sebagai employment income. Let's say I perform my duties in overseas, outside Malaysia, and the income also derived from outside Malaysia. I go to Indonesia, I work there, or then that university pay me, and that income derived outside Malaysia. So tak boleh dia sama ada duty in Malaysia, income received from outside Malaysia, or you perform duty outside Malaysia but income derived from Malaysia. Ini baru dikira sebagai employment income and subject to Malaysian taxation. Alright, so derivation of employment income. Okay, ni tadilah table tu tadi summary lah to summarize. Employment is exercised in Malaysia. Leave is attributable to employment in Malaysia. Duties performed outside Malaysia is incidental. Macam tadilah seconded to overseas. Kerja kat sini sebenarnya tapi kena pergi buat attachment sekejap. A person is a director of a company resident in Malaysia, or employment is exercised aboard a ship or aircraft used in a business of a person resident in Malaysia. Okay. Ini kalau ada kapal dia pergi banyak tempat kan. Tapi the person tu, business ataupun person tu ialah Malaysian resident dan dikira sebagai employment income juga. Alright, example 60-day ruling. You must remember last week kita tengok resident status kan, ada 60-day ruling. So income derived by a non-resident individual from employment exercise in Malaysia is exempted, right? Someone from overseas, foreigner datang sini, kerja dekat sini, dapat income ini Malaysia, tapi dia kerja less than 60 days. So, not taxable. Saya skip je lah ni sebab kita dah tengok last week. Alright, this is the importance of distinguishing employment income from business income. Okay, so for business, we have deduction of expenses. So untuk business, more flexible. If you have your own business, then that will be charged under business income, not employment income. Kita ada capital allowance and carry forward, ini simpan dulu. Nanti bila kita buat business income, then kita go back to this. Basis of taxation, calendar year for employment. Untuk employment ada monthly tax deduction. So for salary individual, you can pay your tax monthly, tolak daripada gaji. EPF required for employment. Okay, untuk business tak perlu. Exemption on compensation for loss of employment and gratuity only for employment. Ini tu kita akan tengok later. And exemption on employment income for non-resident individual deriving employment income. Tadilah Alright, basis of assessment, employment income is assessed on a calendar year basis. You must remember for income tax ni, dia punya assessment is pay as you earn. Dia panggil pay as you earn, which means kita punya calendar year ialah 1 Januari sampai 31 December. So whatever you earn within this period ni, dikira sebagai one calendar year. And the employment income is assessed on a calendar year basis. Walaupun you kerja dekat tempat tu, let's say kerja 1/6 kan. So dia akan kira from here lah. So 6 months je untuk tahun 2022 contohnya. Gross income for employment is treated as gross income for current year of assessment. Okay, ni pun kita tengok calculation nanti. All employment income liable to tax in the year of receipts. Ini lagi satu income tax. Dia bila tahun yang dapat, tahun tu kena bayar tax. Contohnya okay, you kerja dekat company A. Sampai tahun 2021. Kerja dekat company B tahun 2022. Right? Kerja dekat company 2021 ni, company A dapat bonus. Tapi bonus ni receive in year 2022. From A dapat year 2022. This bonus is taxable not in year 2021 but in year 2022. The year of receipt. Walaupun bonus to belongs to year 2021. It's different from accounting. So if you have accounting knowledge, tolak dia lain sikit. Dia cash basis, dia bukan accrual basis. So boleh faham whenever you get that payment or that income, walaupun income to belongs to last year or the previous years, you will be taxed on the year of receipt. Tahun yang dapat. Except for certain RPT lah, related party transaction. Okay, yang ni kita tak sentuh lah. Allowance. Overtime allowance, February. Okay, ni macam tadi lah. Dia dapat overtime allowance for December 2027 together with his salary on 28 February. So, 10,000 ni will be reported in year assessment 2018 return form and will be assessed as income for year assessment 2018, the year of receipt. Walaupun dia dapat allowance ni untuk 2017. So, macam example yang saya explain tadi lah. Employment 1st October 2015, cease employment 2018, gratuity 64, entitled exemption 2000. Okay, yang ni kita tengok nanti 4C nanti. Simpan dulu nanti. Okay. So do not get confused with the different sections. Tadi saya kata, section 4B employment kan. Ni kenapa section 13 pula? Okay. Section 4B tadi B kecil tu explain about employment income. Now dalam section 4B, the explanation yang sampai tadi je lah. The rest, the types of employment income, different types ni is actually explained under section 13.1. Ada 13.1A, yang kita nak buat hari ni is section 13 13.1A, B, C, D and also E. Boleh different section Ni kena tanya ni, resident status minggu lepas section berapa? Pat, siapa ingat?
Part
Section? Resident status?
Part A.
Okay, section 4, lepas tu the different types tu? The different section?
4A, 4B, 4C, 4D.
Bella, tak ingat dah. Yang kita kira tu.
A, B, C, D.
71A, B, C and D kan? Section 7 71A,
7.
B, C and D. So here we have section 13 13.1. 13.1A is for monetary value. 7. Section 7 jangan tersalah So hari ni kita buat section 4B. B kecil bukan B besar. B besar tu ada but benda lain Macam section 4A lah. Section 4A besar is for non-resident Section 4A kecil for resident. Alright, so 13.1A, this is all the benefits that you get from the employment in terms of monetary. Right? In some employment, you hanya dapat gaji dalam bentuk cash. Wages, salary, bonus, allowance, gratuity, semua monetary. In some cases, you might get on top of this monetary, you boleh dapat benefits in kind. We call it benefits in kind. Company car, mobile phone, furniture, interest subsidy, etc. Value of unfurnished accommodation. Alright, in some cases, the employer bagi rumah pula. Okay, itu will be considered under section 13.1C. So do not get excited nanti later on when you go dapat kerja kan. Kita dapat rumah semua kan. All those are taxable. Nanti kita akan tengok which one is the best way to do it because when you get that employment tu normally bila rate dah tinggi you can actually negotiate. It's either you nak benefit dalam bentuk cash ataupun you nak benefit dalam bentuk kereta contohnya. Nak benefit dalam bentuk petrol allowance which is cash ataupun nak kereta. Okay, yang kita tengok later. And then rumah, value of unfurnished accommodation, unfurnished because sometimes you might get house fully furnished, ada aircon, ada perabot semua but the portion that is taxable is the unfurnished accommodation under section 13.1C. Furniture semua masuk dekat section 13.1B so this is quite challenging untuk calculate nanti Refund from unapproved fund kalau ada and also compensation for loss of employment. Macam tadi example kan, let's say this guy work in company A and then dia kena diberhentikan and dia dapat compensation. So that compensation is also taxable. Ataupun macam last time ada VSS kan, voluntary separation scheme, all those are taxable. Tapi kita akan tengok bila kita buat section 31A nanti. So for today, I think kita buat section 31A and B dulu and I think up to C kot. Okay. 1A. 1A is monetary Ini semua dalam RM. Any wages, salary, remuneration, leave pay, fee, commission, bonus, banyak gratuity, perquisite or allowance in respect of having or exercising an employment. Even income attributable to medical or annual leave or public holiday. Amount received in monetary form and the benefit is convertible to cash. Ini semua will be considered under section 13.1A. Okay, so saya pecahkan dekat sini into 4 benefits convertible to cash, allowance, boleh dapat car allowance, petrol allowance. They are convertible into monetary, perquisite. Okay, kita tengok what does it mean by perquisites nanti and also shares option. And some companies they bagi share option, they bagi share or you can get the company share at a cheaper price. Allowance, it can be allowance, travelling allowance, petrol allowance, meeting allowance, banyak entertainment allowance, a lot of different types of allowances. So if the allowances are to be used to perform official duties, amount attributable to the performance of official duties are allowed as deduction, right? In this case, katakanlah you get 10,000 allowance, travelling allowance, 10,000 travelling allowance. 6,000 guna untuk pergi balik jumpa klien. Pergi balik jumpa klien tu official duties Okay, 6,000 ada receipt lah, maknanya ini bukti pergi travel sana sini jumpa klien. So ada different lagi 4,000. Yang kena bayar tax is 4,000 ni. So yang ni non-business related. Kalau you dapat 10,000 ni, you will not be taxed. But it is considered as kita kata exemption lah. Ini contoh dia sebab nanti bila kita tengok nanti dia adalah different amount untuk exemption tu for each type of allowances. So in this case, rather than you will be taxed on 10,000 ringgit, which is higher kan, tapi you spend 6,000 for the client to perform official duties. So your allowances that is taxable is only 4,000. So you can pay lower taxes because the allowance ni only payable yang non-business related sahaja. Related to business is allowed for deduction. Alright, perks, it can be money or otherwise. Can be received regularly or casually, in cash or in kind, in respect of an employment or given by employer voluntarily to a third party voluntarily. Okay, contoh. Gifts given by employer for personal appreciation or personal reason, non-taxable. Katakanlah you work in this company and then the boss bagi you wedding gift. Hadiah kan? Not taxable. Personal appreciation, personal reason. Passing exam, okay. Pergi kerja and then ambil exam RFP ni, company bayar. Pass the exam, okay. Dia bagi token of appreciation, non-taxable. Hadiah, hadiah. Pure gifts, mesti on personal appreciation or personal reason. Ada juga long service awards Dah kerja lama kan, kerja lebih daripada 10 tahun. Maybe your parents pun ada yang macam tu kerja lebih daripada 10 or 20 years. So the company bagi long service awards. Sometimes the award is given dalam bentuk cash. So for employees who have served the same employer more than 10 years, lebih daripada 10 tahun, kalau dia dapat long service awards, let's say dia dapat 10,000 ringgit. Company bayar 10,000 ringgit sebab dia dah kerja more than 10 years with that same company. So dia dapat 10,000 ringgit, dia dapat maximum amount of value of 2,000 for each year exemption. Okay, let's say setahun dapat, dia lebih 10 tahun dia dapat 10,000. Setahun 1,000 So 10,000 ni dia dapat, let's say dia dapat pada tahun 2021, dia dapat exemption 2,000. So 10 tolak 2,000, yang dia kena bayar cukai hanyalah 8,000. So, do not get confused sebab sekarang ni apa yang kita nak kira is that satu, the allowance that you get, and secondly is the exemption. So when we have exemption, that will automatically reduce your income tax. So this 8,000 ni kita akan darab dengan income tax nanti. Nampak tak? Compared to 8,000 lagi tinggi kan? So now dia ada exemption 2,000. The amount is left is 8,000. So this one will be is the taxable amount. So for long service awards, only for employees who have served the same employer more than 10 years. Tak adalah. Right, gratuity. Lump sum payments which are attributable to the past service of the employee upon resignation or retirement. So kalau retire akan dapat gratuity, generally taxable, generally tapi ada exemption. Okay, satu, even you can ask maybe your parent baru retire, satu retire was due to ill health, sakit kena retire awal. Dia retire awal dapat gratuity. So the retirement is on or after the age of 55 or on reaching the compulsory age of retirement under any written law. So ini semua tak kena cukai lah kalau sebab dia sakit, besar awal dapat gratuity. Or they retire at the mandatory age 55 or 60, depends certain company in private company dia letak 60 even government pun ada 60 So both employment has lasted 10 years with the same group of company. Kalau macam ni, dia dah 10 tahun lebih kerja dekat tempat yang sama, dia retire, so dia dapat exemption. Or given to perquisites costing of long service, past achievement, service excellence, innovation or productivity award in money or otherwise. Okay, so kalau dapat award sebab anugerah cemerlang dapat award because of innovation or productivity company tu bagi even if you work with government you dapat semua ni. Maximum exemption 2,000 for year of assessment. So kalau lah dapat 1,000 je, tak kena bayar cukai lah. Sebab dia cukai maksimum 2,000 lebih daripada 2,000 dapat exemption. So the balance tu yang kena tax Ini macam tadi lah exemption untuk long service award ni if the employee has exercised employment for more than 10 years with the same company. Okay. Ada satu example dekat sini. Andrew is a manager with Gemilang Sendirian Berhad. At the company's dinner, he received the following, okay, a watch costing 3,000 for servicing the company for 15 years and a letter of appreciation and cash gift of 6,000 for excellent service. Okay, sekarang kita nak kira berapa banyak perquisite yang dia dapat. Okay, so 3,000 dapat jam, kena kira tambah 6,000, so now dah jadi 9,000. So 9,000 because of this hadiah and also because of the service, long service award for 15 years. So this is long service award sebab dia kerja more than 10 years. So dia dapat 3 plus 6,000, 9,000. So 9,000 kalau ikut yang ni, 2,000 will be exempted. So 9 tolak 2 tinggal 7. So 7,000 ni akan dikira untuk bayar tax. Boleh faham So bila kata ada exemption tu, whatever income that you have, the gross income tu kena tolak exemption lah. So the balance tu akan jadi taxable amount Alright, travelling allowances. Okay, tadi a long service award and also gift. So travelling allowances, sometimes you might have travelling allowances based on the full amount received as gross income from employment. Okay, macam tadi saya bagi contoh dapat travelling allowance 1 tahun RM10,000. Tapi dapat exemption 6,000 per year. Dengan syarat the taxpayer was not provided with a company car. You use your own car, but you get RM10,000 for travelling every year. So bahagilah sebulan dia dapat berapa so 10,000 and exemption is up and to facilitate carrying out duties. So employer bayar fees. Let's say you are a member of Malaysian Institute of Accountant. So UPSI bayar saya punya membership, itu pun dikira sebagai perquisite. However, payment of professional fees that are not directly contributable to the business of the employer are perquisite and accessible under section 13(1)(a). Okay, yang kalau macam ni tak payah bayar, it's not taxable. Tapi kalau ada professional fee, company bayar, tapi bukan untuk tujuan company. Boleh say saya ada professional cert untuk diving contohnya. So saya bayar. Tapi UPSI bayar juga my membership tu. Itu tak boleh. Itu dikira taxable sebab tak ada kena-mengena dengan kerja saya kan. Ada diving certificate tu. Example of perquisite, these are taxable. Tips by third party. This is for example for contoh ada waitress kerja kat restoran dapat tips. So the customer bagi dia tips. Itu pun considered as taxable. Liabilities by employees paid by employer, electricity bill, income tax liability, transfer of asset for free or at a discount, recreational club membership, life insurance premium, waiver of loan or advance, scholarship, gift vouchers and professional subscription. If relevant to professional duties, eligible for relief. So these are taxable. EA B1 ni is borang. Exempted. Okay, dapat tapi tak perlu bayar cukai. Exempted maksudnya it's not taxable. You don't have to pay taxes. Petrol card or petrol allowance or travelling allowance for official duties up to 6,000 per year. Remember, for travelling allowance, cap dia 6,000. If you get 10,000, tolak 6, by balance tu kena bayar. If you get 2,000 or 3,000, not taxable. Sebab apa? Tak sampai 6,000. Kalau dapat allowance for or fees for parking, not taxable. Meal allowance every day, employer bagi makan, so tak ada. these are exempted. Dapat childcare subsidies up to RM2,400 a year. Telephone bills and internet subscription. Employers own good provided free of charge or at a discount. Dapat beli barang company jual, dapat discount. Itu dikira perquisite kan. Itu is the benefits of being that employee. Tapi not taxable. So tak payah bayar cukai for all this. Alright, since this is about tax planning, we want to know, because it's one, you need to know the different types of income so that you know how to calculate the tax charge. But we also want to know, because this is about tax planning, zakat planning, we want to know what can you do to maximize the tax exemption. So when you want, our plan is that to maximize the exemption and also at the end of the day to minimize our tax payable. Okay, ini objektif kita lah when we talk about tax planning. We will find ways how to reduce our tax payable or in this case maximize tax exemption on perquisite, because here we are talking about employment income. So employment income macam tadilah yang kalian dapat a lot of perquisites kan, macam-macam perks, macam-macam employer bagi, but we know all the benefits are mostly taxable. So how to maximize contohnya these are tax exemption. Let's say macam tadilah dapat travelling allowance, petrol allowance or toll rate, company bayar toll semua. So untuk official duties or buat employment or job function, exemption up to 6,000. So dapat tolak, kurangkan or maximize the exemption or kurangkan the tax payable. Okay, tax exemption kalau dapat parking allowance, contohnya dekat sini dapat 1,500. Okay, so reasonable lah exemption dia. Meal allowance, childcare allowance up to 2,400 ringgit, and subsidy on interest, housing, education or car for loan less than 300,000 fully exempted. For example, you work in a bank, you dapat boleh ambil staff loan, dikira sebagai staff bank, so you can make loan with the bank, and the rate, your rate, the staff rate is actually lower than the customer. So you because why? Because you dapat subsidy. And if the loan is less than 300,000, you buat loan kereta dengan bank tu, kereta harga 100,000, the interest is fully exempted. Okay, paragraph 25C yang tadilah gratuity tadi, past achievement award yang more than 10 years tadi, service excellence award or long service award more than 10 years, ini semua exemption ialah 2,000 for each year of assessment. So any awards exceeding the amount will be subject to tax. Maknanya lebih dari 2,000 kena bayar tax. Kira dia macam tadilah, macam Mr. apa tadi tu kan, dia dapat jam, dia dapat cash and the amount is 9,000. So kita tolak 2,000 because the exemption is 2,000. So staff motivation, appreciation, recognition, replace part of the year and bonus with award. Nampak? Because kalau dapat bonus, dia akan kira under monetary tadi. Monetary tadi dia kira terus je, dia tak ada exemption, tak ada tolak. Dapat bonus, salary plus bonus terus nombor bulat je. But kalau your employer tukar bonus tu bagi jadi award, whatever award lah, achievement award ke, service excellence award ke, then you will get exemption. Tapi kalau bonus cash je, tak ada exemption, kena bayar. Alright, PTPTN, in some cases, PTPTN is paid by the employers on behalf of employer. Best kan ni kan, dah lah kena bayar PTPTN, company yang bayarkan, not your good self. So the repayment made by employees on behalf of employees who are full-time employees are considered part of perquisite and is exempted from income tax. Ini baru ada company yang bayarkan PTPTN, walaupun itu dikira your perquisite, your benefit, that is not taxable, exempted from income tax. So, dia tak bayar cukai based on this. But tadi kita nampak konsepnya ialah whatever the employer give to you as benefits, it is taxable. Yang mana except for yang ada exemption tadilah, travelling exemption 6,000, PTPTN ni exemption juga, exemption all, dia kata exempted from tax, dia tak ada bagi amount pun. Alright, that is section 13(1)A. Saya completekan dulu section 1A, B and C ni, ataupun I think A and B, baru kita buat soalan. Then you will see how you should calculate. But for now, I just want you to understand the different types of section 13(1) ni, 1A, only for cash yang related to cash sahaja. Nampak tadi kita dapat award, dia dapat cash kan, monetary. So section 31B is the benefits in kind. We call it benefits in kind. Okay, amount equal to the value of employment of any benefit provided for the employee, but not convertible into cash. Cannot be sold, assigned or transferred. Yang section 13(1)A tadi memang semua monetary So yang ni tak yang ni cannot, it's not convertible into cash. Okay, exemption. In some cases ada juga you will get medical and dental treatment. Childcare facilities, benefit used by employees solely in connection with the performance of his duty. Benefit consisting of lease passage within Malaysia. Okay, yang ni pun kita kena buat calculation nanti Some employer dia bagi free the employee pergi holiday within Malaysia not exceeding 3 times in a year. Dibayarkan. Best macam tu kan. Or ni kalau local within Malaysia not more than 3 times a year. Kalau overseas dia boleh bagi limited to maximum of 3,000. Okay, the employer bagi pergi jalan-jalan London, dia bagi duit 3,000. Okay, so itu exemption. So you don't have to pay taxes. Bayar cukai yang tu Okay, restriction of passage. Okay, this is related to exemption sebabnya the company bayar you pergi holiday and you don't have to pay tax. Tapi ada syarat dia. 1, 3 local and 1 outside Malaysia in 1 year. Tak boleh lebih. Kalau you pergi 4 local, 3 je free, 1 lagi you have to pay tax. And normally the company pun akan bagi ikut ni lah 3 locals. Passage outside Malaysia is limited to 3,000. Confined only to the employee and members of immediate family. So family, immediate family maksudnya spouse, husband or wife and kids So members means spouse and children only. Mak ayah tak termasuk immediate family. If you're not married, then yes, parent. If married, they kira spouse and also children only So let's say the company bayar untuk semua orang satu family, 3 local trip, itu exemption so you don't have to pay tax. Okay, example. So Cheng works as sales director for Kayu Senjaran Berhad. She was provided with the following holiday package for 2019. Okay. FAT US 22,000. Company bayar. Meals and accommodation 4,800. So December 2019, FAT to Tioman 2002. Meals and accommodation 3,000. Okay, macam mana kita nak kira? Same year tapi ada 2 jenis travelling satu overseas, satu local. Alright, so for US 22,000 tambang dia tadi kan. So untuk overseas exemption is 3,000. So do not ask me kenapa 3,000 ini memang dalam perkeliling, dalam kita panggil aduh saya dah terpuasa ni, tak lembab sikit. Public rulings. Dalam public rulings dia PR number, saya tak ingat number berapa, nanti kita cari balik. Exemption untuk overseas 3,000. Ini IRB yang tetapkan, lembaga hasil yang tetapkan. So for overseas travelling, exemption is 3,000. 9,000 kena bayar tax. Untuk local, semua exempted. Sebab apa? Local boleh pergi jalan 3 tempat kan? Dia baru pergi 1 tempat. So exempted lah. Let's say December ni dia pergi Tioman, dia pergi Langkawi, dia pergi Melaka. Semua exempted. 3. Sekarang dia pergi 1. So local dia exempt. So dia kena bayar tax untuk 19,000. Sebab company dia bayarkan dia tambang pergi US tapi exemption 3,000 je. Let's say company dia bagi tambang pergi US tapi bagi 3,000 je, yang lain-lain tu kau pandai top up sendiri. Then itu exempted Kalau less than 3,000, more than 3,000 dapat exemption 3,000. Meals and accommodation overseas taxable. Sebab overseas tadi hanya tambang je Local exempted juga. So yang dia kena bayar tax for meals is 4,800 untuk overseas travelling tadi. But overseas tadi ingat overseas dia 3,000 je. Sekarang dia dapat 22,000 tambang, 4,008 meals. Kalau dia dapat 3,000 tambang and meals, 3,000 tu dia exempted lah. Sekarang dia dapat lebih daripada 3,000 So the remaining tu dia kena bayar tax. Alright, itu leave passage Next is car and related benefit. Okay, yang ni complicated sikit sebab ada table yang kita ingat. Untuk car and related benefits, if let's say this taxpayer receive a company car, company bagi dia kereta untuk pakai, that car is also taxable. Okay, how do we assess? It is based on the value of the car, which means the more expensive the car that you get, the higher the tax will be. Let's say company bagi you kereta Mercedes bandingkan dengan kereta Proton. So those yang dapat kereta Mercedes ni akan bayar lebih cukai lebih tinggi lah sebab kereta dia lebih mahal. Because of this, assess based on the value of the car and fuel provided. Bagi minyak dekat kereta bagi minyak. The cost refers to the actual or market value of the car when new. And cost includes accessory, exclude finance charges, insurance premium and road tax. So kereta sebiji dia tak termasuk dia punya bayar bulan-bulan dengan road tax and also insurance. Alright, so this is the table. This is also from public rulings of income tax. Dia bagi kita table ni. So cost of motor car and the prescribed value. Okay, contohnya a motor car costing 100,000. Okay, 100,000 highlight dekat sini. Harga dia harga baru. 75 to 100,000 duduk dekat kategori ni. A, B is annual benefit 3,600. Annual fuel is 1,200. So benefit dia total BIK, benefit in kind is 4,800 and 3,600 plus dengan 1,002. Ini kalau dia dapat kereta baru. If let's say the car is more than 5 years old, the value of the benefit is half of the prescribed value. Minyak sama. Minyak kita tak bahagi dua. Kereta lama guna minyak sama dengan kereta baru kan. Harga minyak sama tak berubah. That is why walaupun the car is more than 5 years old, value kat sini kita bahagi. Let's say kereta ni dia dapat kereta, tapi kereta ni more than 5 years old. So bahagi dua lah. Tapi fuel dia sama prescribed value dia yang berbeza. Half kalau kereta lebih dari 5 years. Annual fuel remain the same, value apportioned if used less than a year. Okay, in this case dia guna setahun kita kata dia dapat kereta from Jan until December. What if dia dapat kereta in June? So dia pakai 6 bulan je. Kita tak boleh kira 1,300 lah. Kita kena kira 6/12 darab 3,600. Itu maksud value apportion. Boleh lagi semua? Ada
boleh,
lagi ke ni? Tidur lah.
Boleh Doktor.
Okay. Right, so kalau ada yang tak faham, you can just stop me. Okay, example. Two methods. Second hand car, 80,000. New car cost 100,000. Ada formula method. So kita, pasal dia lari ni. Sebab dia kotak macam ni. Okay. So, senang cerita, saya tunjuk kita guna yang bawah ni lah, prescribed value method ni. Macam tadi, kita ambil annual benefit, kita ambil annual fuel benefit, kita ambil total benefit dia. 4,800. Yang atas ni complicated sikit kalau pakai formula method ni. And normally kita pakai prescribed value ni je. So from here tengoklah kalau dia pakai setahun ataupun dia pakai less than a year, kita kena apportion. Tax efficiency, okay, again how to minimize the tax payment. Okay, in this case contohnya motor car benefit new car 100,000, loan dia 80,000, interest 16,000, so dapat 96,000. Okay, installment 1,006 darab dengan prescribed value. Annual fuel dia sama. Ini company yang bayar. So this is to show kalau company bayar, and this is the taxable income dia. Company bayar atau company bagi kereta. Okay. In this case, tadi kita kira tak ada driver, kereta sahaja. You get only the car. What if the car comes with the driver? Kita dah jadi kan. The car comes with the driver, And the driver ni, provision of driver, the fixed amount of driver is 600 per month. As if kita bayar driver tu gaji 600 sebulan, regardless of the actual salary of the driver. Let's say you get a company car, you get a driver, tapi company tu bayar gaji driver 1,000. Tak kisah. Amount yang boleh dapat exemption is 600 sahaja. Tapi kalau dapat driver dengan kereta hanya untuk official duty, pergi office balik rumah, tak ada pergi shopping, pergi mall, pergi mana tak ada, non-taxable. But if you have a driver yang tunggu dekat pagar, kalau tengok drama Melayu kan suka macam tu driver tunggu dia bawa je pergi mana, itu taxable. Kalau bawa pergi office balik rumah, non-taxable. Okay, ini yang tadi, if the car age exceed 5 years, kita reduce by half. If the car benefit not provided for a full year, kita buat apportionment, kita proportionkan. Fuel without car ada juga dapat fuel allowance, kereta tak ada. So whatever allowance dia, kita treat dia as travelling allowance tadi lah. Whatever related to business purpose, itu boleh tolakkan. Yang guna untuk private je yang taxable. Tu maksud dia, whatever the company give you, kalau you guna for that business ataupun guna untuk official duty, that is not taxable. Alright, example. Ingat dalam nota ni jawapan dah ada kan Jenny ni. Alright, so Jenny was provided with a Proton Persona costing 64,000. Compute her car benefit if she uses the car for the whole year. She uses the car for 9 months. The company did not provide fuel for the car, or the car is more than 5 years old. So kat sini kita faham, kita assume that dia dapat kereta dan juga minyak sekali. Okay. So based on BIK table tadi, kereta yang berharga 64,000, kita tengok kat sini Mana table tadi? Okay, 64,000, tempat dia dekat sini. 64 So, inilah amount dia. Annual benefit dengan minyak dia. 2004 and 900 Okay, 2004 and 900. So total benefit yang didapat ialah 3,300. Okay, soalannya kata uses the car for the whole year. Okay, guna setahun, inilah yang dia kena bayar cukai 3,300. What if dia guna kereta for 9 months? 9 over 12 darab dengan 3,300 dapat 2,475. 9 bulan sahaja. Oh, did not provide for fuel. Dapat 2004 je lah. Sebab minyak tak ada kan. So dia kena bayar untuk kereta. Kalau more than 5 years, half times 2004, fuel tidak berubah. 2,100. Boleh So ni different situation. Kalau kereta yang dia guna tu sama ada full year or less than 1 year. Or tak dapat minyak, dapat kereta je. Or kereta more than 5 years. Okay, I hope boleh lah because this part ni kita dapat from this table. Okay, so from this table, whatever harga kereta tu, you tengok je kat sini. Macam example ni kat sini lah, 2006 So the rest depending on the price or the value of the car. Okay, habis cerita kereta, next would be other benefits in kind. Right, tadi kereta kan dengan driver or dengan minyak. You can also get a house, semi-furnished house. Semi-furnished, ada lounge, dining, bedroom je. Semi-furnished, 840 per annum. If semi-furnished tapi ada atas ni plus aircon, curtain, carpet, 1680. Tak ada kitchen kan? Fully furnished ada kitchen. Above ni semua ada plus kitchen utensils. Fully furnished lah, kiranya masuk basuh kaki je, semua benda ada dalam rumah tu. The value is 3360. Ini pun also coming from public rulings. Number saya tak ingat lah, nanti I show you lembaga hasil punya website. Dia ada macam-macam jenis public rulings. Dalam tu adalah the detail macam mana they come up with this figure. Alright, if the employer pay the service charges and water and electricity. So the amount that is taxable is per bill. Gardener, tukang kebun pun dapat. Per gardener seorang tukang kebun 3,600. Ini annual value setahun Kalau dapat less than 1 year kena proportion macam tadi juga. Dapat household servant, satu servant 4,800. Dapat recreational club membership per subscription. Recreational club membership ni walaupun pembayaran dalam bentuk cash, dia tak duduk dekat monetary dia duduk dekat benefit in kind. Itu beza dia juga kat situ Alright, for driver, gardener and servant, in this case, let's say driver pay by company 1,500 per month darab 12. Company bayar 1,500, 800. Tax efficiency 10,800 sebab yang tadi boleh kira 600 je kan. Or gardener pay by company 6,000 company bayar. So tax efficiency 2,400. This is the taxable income kita. Ini based on yang tadi kita punya calculation. Ini kalau 600 gardener, 600 driver, 600 gardener, 3,600 gardener and also household servant paid by company 600 per month times 12, 7,002. So this is the taxable income. Ini kalau company yang bayarkan. Company bayar semua So ini kita dapat semua ni and this is the taxable income yang kita perlu bayar. So this is the tax efficiency. This is the amount that you save So beza dekat sini amount paid by company and also the prescribed value. Ini untuk benefits in kind Okay, go back to rumah tadi. Table ni patut tempat dia sebelum tadi not here. Okay, untuk furniture tadi again, this is the semi-furnished. Semi-furnished yang ada aircon and also fully furnished. Okay, ada benefits, gardener, ni tadi kita tengok, and also security guard. Security guard dia punya value dia sama dengan servant. So ini tadilah from table tadi Medical dental ni pun kita dah tengok tadi. Di passage tadi dah. Any goods at discounted service. Ini pun dah. Additional tax exempt benefit, insurance premium. Okay, ni pun tadi along the way tadi saya mention these are the tax exemption on benefit lah yang tak perlu bayar cukai Next is living accommodation. Section 13(1)(c). Nampak tak tadi section 13(1)(b) tadi the furniture Furniture and appliances sahaja, not rumah. Rumah kita tak masuk dalam section 13(1)(b). Rumah tu duduk dekat section 13(1)(c) sebab under 13(1)(c) kita nak tengok unfurnished house. So the furniture yang dapat dengan rumah tu walaupun furniture that comes with the house kan, they are in the different section. So furniture 13(1)(b). Rumah 13(1)(c). So kita dah tengok furniture. Let's go to rumah 13(1)(c). Okay. Which is taxable. So use of living accommodation in Malaysia for the employee by the employer. Dia ada 3 kategori employee or service director, director of control companies, and employee or service director or government officer. Okay, so this is the public ruling lah kalau nak tengok Nanti kita tengok website dia. So this is public ruling on living accommodation benefit. Sebentar dah ada nombor. Alright, so this is for the first category, employee or service director. So untuk orang ni, for this type of employee, they have to pay, or the calculation is 30% of section 13(1)(a) income but exclude share option. Nanti kita buat soalan 13(1)(a) datang dari yang tadi, monetary benefit, your salary, wages, bonus, yang cash tadi tu. So that amount, untuk kira rumah kita gunakan 13% darab dengan section 13(1)(a) tadi. Exclusion option whichever is lower. 30% compare dengan defined value. Contoh dekat sini salary dia 120,000 under section 31A. So the defined value is 24,000. So defined value 24,000 or 30,000 from 120,000 salary. Salary dia datang dari section 31A. Ini maksudnya tadi lah kita kata 30% from the salary. So 36,000. Kita nak pilih yang mana lower untuk dia bayar. So kita pilih, in this case kita pilih 24 lah. Sebab defined value lagi rendah dari 30% dia. Untuk Mr. B, gaji dia kurang 60,000 tapi accommodation dia sama harga. So kita compare, dia dapat defined value is 24 tapi dia punya 30% is 18,000. So kita ambil yang lower. So untuk Mr. A, dia kena bayar tax on 144,000. Untuk Mr. B, dia kena bayar tax based on 78,000. So ini dia nanti kita kira section 13(1)(a). Ini ialah 13(1)(c). Untuk rumah ni calculation untuk rumah dia. Ini A. Your calculation nanti for employment income akan ikut section A, B, C, D, E. Second category, for if that person is a director, kita ambil je define value of the living accommodation. Kita hanya adjust kalau dia share dengan orang lain je. And the third category is employee or service director or government officer. Kita akan gunakan 3% of section 13(1)(a). Tadi duduk dekat rumah sekarang ni kalau duduk kat hotel, hostel, plantation, duduk dekat dalam ladang ataupun tempat yang rateable area dia not subject to rates, tak tahu berapa harga sewa dekat situ calculation dia ialah 3% from 13(1)(a). Compared with this one, dia ialah 30%. Jangan salah, ini rumah biasa. Kalau duduk dekat hotel, hostel, plantation, rumah ladang, rumah kongsi, 3% sahaja. Okay, so under section 32(2)(b), kalau provided accommodation in hotel, hostel ni, plantation or forest, 3%, bukan 30%. Which means that lagi mahal rumah tu, lagi mahal lah you have to pay tax. So kalau rumah plantation macam mana sangat rumah dia kan? Or hostel quality of the house ataupun the value of the house tu depending on the house. So, okay, another example, Lily works with Malin Jaya Enterprise for the whole year of 2020. So her salary was 12,000 per month. She was provided with accommodation in Proton City by the employer for the whole year. Okay, gaji dia 12,000, dia dapat rumah for the whole year. Okay, this is also your keyword, accommodation. The employer rented the house for 4,000 each month, including the value of furniture of 350 per month. The place is semi-furnished. You must remember, kita nampak benefit Lily dia dapat but rumah tu employer dia sewa so employer dia yang bayar sewa dekat tuan rumah tu lah. And the rent for the house is 4,000 each month, including the value of furniture of 350 per month. Remember calculation kita tadi, yang ni kita ada define value kan? Define value ni ialah harga sewa Okay. So you are required to compute the gross income from employment for year assessment 2020. So this is how you should compute Okay. First of all, salary dia dulu. Nampak That's why I said kita susun ikut section. We start with section 31(a). So salary, bonus, wages, all the cash semua duduk dekat salary dekat section 13(1)(a). So sebulan 12,000 dapat 12 for the whole year tadi kan. So the salary is 144 ringgit. Furniture. Okay, furniture kenapa saya letak 840? Walaupun dekat sini kata furniture 350, yes. Kita tak peduli berapa value furniture tu Kalau furniture, ini keyword furniture is semi-furnished ni. So go back to the table tadi. Kalau semi-furnished, dia ialah 840 boleh Furniture kita tak peduli berapa harga dia. Kita tengok table tu. And this is the keyword. Kalau dia kata fully furnished, dia letak 3360 Sekarang semi-furnished. Dia tak ada mention apa-apa, so semi furnished kita ambil, jauh ni nak kena jalan patah balik. Okay, kita ambil semi furnished je. Tak ada ayat tambahan ada aircon whatever ni, tak ada kan, dia kata semi furnished je, so we take RM840 from the public buildings tadi. Right. So, section 131B dia ada furniture je, dia tak ada gardener, tak ada servant, tak ada driver, semua tak ada kan. Tak ada kereta, semua tak ada. So, dia ada furniture je. So, you stop at furniture, satu item je. Then we go to section 131C sebab employer dia bagi dia accommodation. 131C, dia dapat rumah kan. 30,000 darab dengan 144, gaji dia tadi dapat 43,200. Or kita nak define value. You must compare, tak boleh ambil straight away 30% ni je. You must compare sebab formula dia mesti 30% daripada section 31A or the defined value whichever is lower. So sekarang define value dia dekat sini define value dia nampak. Employer dia sewa 4,000 tapi furniture 350. You must tolak harga furniture. 4,000 tolak 350. Remember section 131C ni is about unfurnished accommodation. Value of unfurnished. Bila value of unfurnished, sekarang rumah dia ada furniture kan? Kita kena tolak lah harga furniture. Harga furniture tak boleh tolak yang ni tau. Harga furniture kena tolak harga yang berapa ringgit employer dia bayar. This one is for exemption. This one is for benefit. 840 for semi-furnished furniture. This one ialah harga furniture yang employer tu bayar. Because untuk define value ni, so this is the define value Macam saya kata tadi lah, for the define value is actually harga rent. Sekarang the rent harga 4,000. Kalau furniture ni tak termasuk dalam 4,000, then you can just take 4,000. Sekarang ni dia bagi kita pula kat sini kan. To get your life complicated, value of furniture 350 per month. So, dapatlah 3650 times 12. Kita nak figure untuk setahun bukan sebulan, setahun. So, that will give us 43,800. But remember, when we compare, we want the lower figure. So, 43,200. Bawa ke sini, totalkan, 188,040. Inilah Lily's gross income which is subject to tax. Boleh?
Boleh Doktor.
Ini baru ABC tau. DE yang kita belum tengok lagi nanti tengoklah untuk for one tax rate. Ini baru satu company Let's say in 1 year dia kerja di 2 tempat. Kita kena pisahkan pula. You cannot combine. Kena pisahkan So yang ni okay kan? Ni kerja straightforward je. Apportionment. Tadi Lily dia dapat rumah lengkap untuk setahun. So everything kita multiply by 12. Here, apportionment, accommodation provided for less than a year satu, or dia kena share dengan other employee of the same employer. Kerja sama tempat, kongsi rumah. Alright, reduction of expenses. Okay, when you get a house, come with the expenses. Satu, kena bayar quick rent, cukai kan, cukai pintu, cukai semua tu, and fire insurance premium. Kalau ada repair and maintenance or any nominal rent payable by employee. In some cases, dia bagi rumah. At the same time, you kena bayar pula. Let's say dia bagi macam subsidi kan. Dia bagi rumah, but you have to pay rent dekat employer RM100 sebulan contohnya. So, itu adalah nominal rent. Semua tu kita kena tolak balik. Right, another example. Bagi soalan dulu. Okay, so here we have Raj engineer who earns a monthly salary of 8,000 was transferred to KL with effect from 1st Jan 2020. As his accommodation was not ready, he stayed up at the hotel up to 28 Feb 2020, where the room rate was 200 per day. Subsequently, he moved into a fully furnished bungalow which he shared with another engineer. The company paid a monthly rental of 10,000 for the house, which included 4,000 for the furniture. You are required to compute Razak's gross income for year assessment 2020. Okay, sekarang dia ada dua kan. Dia ada hotel, dia duduk dekat hotel dulu, baru dia duduk fully furnished bungalow. So that is your keyword So again, we start with section 13(1)A, gaji dia, salary dia tadi. Salary dia 8,000. Darab dengan 12, so 96,000. Furniture, remember rumah dia dapat furniture, rumah dia kongsi 2 orang So furniture rumah ni apa? Fully furnished 3360. Divide by 2. Nanti kita tengok kenapa jadi 1,400. Okay, hotel. First of all dia dapat hotel 3%. 3,000 pula. 3% times 96,000 gaji dia times 2 divided by 12. Sebab dia duduk 2 bulan sahaja hotel So benefit is 480 ringgit. Okay, bungalow dia 30%, calculation dia 30% times 96,000 gaji dia times 10/12. Sebab apa? Sebab dia duduk 10 bulan sahaja So dia dapat amount 24,000. Okay. Sini or the defined value defined value dia tadi dia duduk 10 bulan juga. 10 ni 10 bulan lah. Rumah tu 10,000 tolak 4,000 furniture So jadi 6,000. 60,000. So the lower figure is 24,000. So 24,000 kita tak boleh ambil 24,000 letak dekat sini Sebab sekarang ni nampak tak? When we compute kita tak bahagi 2 lagi dekat sini. Right? We just take 30% gaji dia dengan berapa bulan dia duduk dekat situ. As well as the defined value. 10 bulan darab dengan 6,000 value dia. Kita belum bahagi 2 lagi. But when we choose the lower figure, in this case we choose 24,000 as the lower figure. Kat sini baru kita bahagi 2. Sebab dia berkongsi. So 24,000 bahagi 2 jadilah 12,000. Okay, boleh? So the gross income is 109,880. Okay, ni tak ada apa saya dah sampai part tu. Any question so far? Saya tak sure saya upload soalan ke tak dekat my group. Ada saya letak soalan tak? Ke saya letak notes je?
Notes je, doktor.
Soalan tak ada
Tak ada soalan.
Okay, I'll share with you the question. Saya upload dekat my group and also can share dekat our WhatsApp group je. So that you can try the question, kita boleh discuss next week. Soalan tu panjang sikit. Tapi ada part yang kalau you don't understand tu tinggal je dulu. Sebabnya soalan tu is a comprehensive example untuk semua section A, B, C, D, E. Sekarang kita baru buat section A, B, C kan. So soalan macam sekarang ni sampai A, B, C je. Soalan yang saya nak bagi, I think saya rasa lah soalan tu lebih it's a comprehensive example, but you can compute up to section 13(1)C Sekejap lagi saya share. Ada soalan tak untuk hari? So untuk yang the rest ni kita sambung next week lah part 2. Suara nak cakap. Part 2 ni pun sikit je So I think next week kita boleh continue with part 2 as well as kita boleh buat a few questions Sekejap saya tengok kalau ada soalan yang saya boleh bagi sekarang. Okey, ada satu soalan dekat sini. Ini ialah okay, right, soalan yang boleh buat. And we will discuss the answer next week. Boleh Nanti saya upload dekat my guru juga soalan tu. So I think that's all for today. I will see you next week. 14. Okay, alright. Do not forget to try to answer the question.
Baik, doktor. Terima kasih, doktor.
Thank you, doktor.